No. All right. Now that's hardcore. We're always here. We're kind of living here. Sometimes they let us out. Looking it down. Can we come into an agreement, though? We're going to have a 50-50 split. And that's how we're leaving the evening. Dang. While we're waiting for your sound to come back on, I do the
Hello?
Bing rewards challenges on the Xbox, and there's one item for this weekly streak. It's called pre-order like the Outer Worlds, and if you have Game Pass and you pre-download it, it's considered to be pre-ordering.
No kidding.
So,
Nice.
okay.
All right, here we go. Ivan says he can hear me now. Sorry. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not using my headset tonight because I have a gig on Saturday. I've got gigs every Saturday this month for the band, and that is the band's mixer that the microphone's plugged into. And so I just didn't feel like getting it out. So, here we are. I'm using a regular headset, and I got a new Bluetooth headset, so hopefully I sound decent. And I had to set that up in XSplit. So, sorry guys. So
Explains.
yes. So how are you this week, Peter? How's it going?
Well, hanging in there. No, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Work is super busy, but my philosophy is you work hard, you play hard. So
Yes.
sometimes I play a little bit too long because kind of want to escape reality, and then it's getting late. But having a good time playing Ghost Recon Wildlands. Oh, not Wildlands. Breakpoint. Pardon. Let's see. Last night I played some Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
So always a kind of a shit show, but I had it turned out well. And in the end, we were having fun. I mean, that game is.
You
fun.
had so I jumped into the party last night, and there was 15 people in there, and I was like,
there were
12. Well, by the time I got in there was 11. So you guys had 11 people in there, and I was like, and you're all talking Sea of Thieves, so it sounded like you guys were all knotted, all Sea of Thieved up. Yeah. So
Sea of Thieves came out with a new update, and so we had to check it out.
How is it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
So you have to get 6 color lanterns to the cursed fort. And so in order to do that, you have to die 6 times in 6 different ways, like by snake bite, by shark, by killed by another player, lightning strike. I forgot what other ones there are. But so at one point we had like 4 boats in an alliance, and we're all sitting in an island. And then all of a sudden, which happens to be a streamer, he tried to be funny and he started killing our boats with some barrels. And basically what ended up is we ended up, our boat sank, as well as some other boats. And there was one boat that was still alive. And So we joined up with them. So we had like 8 people on board, and we've cleared that fort. We won. We put the streamer in the dust, left him in the dust, and cashed in, and it ended up decent. Decent. That was fun, but still, like the whole optional crossplay, it still pisses me off. And now they have pets and stuff. It's really cool, but I don't want to spend any money till they, give me that option as a paying live.
Well, you're
customer.
Right, and still banging the drum of the crossplay being optional.
Yeah,
right.
I like to have it because we've met some great PC players, and it's sometimes great that a PC player can join us as console peasants. But
right.
I mean, I would, I pay for it, that should give me the right to use have all the options.
Well, it's a matter of, we talked about it. We were even discussing this with somebody, one of our friends on Twitter. There's still a competitive advantage to get over.
Right, and it's not just keyboard and mouse. It's just the processing on a PC is much better than on a console.
Frame rate's doubled.
In this particular game it is, but even if it's not, it's still, there's a slight delay on a console. So you always have a disadvantage, even if you use the same controller, the same keyboard and mouse, and it's never exactly the same.
Right. Well, like I said, when I jumped in there, there was enough people in there that was all it was all Sea of Thieves business. So I'm like,
yes, it was.
I'll go back to play.
I saw you jump in there, but you didn't say anything. He probably doesn't want to interfere.
Well, so that was it. I didn't want to get in you guys' way, because then I start talking about The Last of Us or something like that, and then you guys are concentrating on. I totally get it. So it honestly wasn't a big deal. So Sea of Thieves is I got it. So
yeah,
it was no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I have been rocking through The Last of Us finally. So,
and
hey, Inferno. So far, man, it's good. It's really good. It's tense.
I really want to start that game too, but you know how it is.
Well, and you know me, I'm Mr. Single Player Game, so the story is it's what I thought it was. I knew it was I'm not spoiling anything at this point. I'm probably the only one who hasn't fully played it yet, besides you. It's a zombie game. It's called The Last of Us. That's not a, it takes the story of every other zombie. You know what it honestly reminds me of? It reminds me of I Am Legend, is what it reminds me of. Or the Omega Man, that the original. That's what it reminds me of. It is it's a race to find a cure against disease. So it's as good a game as everybody said it was. I got scolded by our Naughty Dog guy for not playing it yet.
Nice.
He said,
I'm
what?
still hiding till. Oh, read me out.
Oh yeah, he said what? I said, well, I had to remind him that I technically retired from Next Level Gaming before it came out on the PS3, so I didn't get a chance to play it then. And then there's just been so much stuff to do,
right?
Since, including Uncharted, in those games. So I had to decide, and now I get a chance to play it. So I get caught up before. I told him I was day one for part 2.
Yeah.
So I'm all I'm all there. I'm all there. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. You will too. Um,
Oh, okay.
there's there's I like, and I'm playing it on hard.
Okay.
So it is. There's a little bit of a challenge, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's terrible for us veterans, us old gamers. I think we'll be just fine. I think you'll be just fine if you play it in hard. So, but yeah,
Are the
it's
achievos or sorry
go
trophies
ahead.
assigned with the difficulty?
I, I haven't got any trophies yet, which makes me wonder what the trophies are.
Hmm.
Uh I don't know. I haven't popped any yet.
See, for me, that determines what level I play. If it's like if it doesn't make a difference, then I play them like on normal, just so get quicker through the game.
I like the
It's
challenge.
they all compete for my time.
Yes, very much so. But I like the challenge. So I'm enjoying playing through it. I think it's it's definitely a Naughty Dog game, that's for sure. Um, what I like about it is it's different enough from Uncharted
Hmm.
as a Nathan, you know it's different enough that um, while the character animations and things like that are pretty vintage Naughty Dog, the gameplay is just ever so different
Hmm.
between that. Uncharted is more jumping and ledge grabbing and things like that, where The Last of Us is a bit more confined.
Oh, okay.
There's not a lot of exploration. There aren't you know there aren't a lot of secret things to look at. It's just it's pretty linear, and I'm good with that. I like a good linear game every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
I'm me. I'm more drawn to those than the open world games.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, look at like total different game, but Breakpoint, it's so open. I don't know how much land I've discovered so far. It's like I think less than 10% still,
Wow,
which is like crazy.
wow. I'll get it eventually. I need to. I like
Yeah,
I
it's
like I like uh Wildlands. Although I didn't get as much time into Wildlands as you did. Um,
right.
but I'll get Breakpoint as soon as I can afford it. So, luckily, I'm playing The Last of Us for free with PS
Oh, yeah,
Plus.
right. That's
So,
that's a nice bonus. I have it.
yes,
I have it on disc. So, but now I can play it digitally, so I don't have to
yeah.
get up and find my disc.
Which reminds me, before the end of the month, I need to grab MLB 19.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the show that I haven't
Mm.
played it. I haven't touched it.
Oh man.
My favorite baseball game still. There, you guys can all laugh at me. My favorite baseball game is still Super Mega Baseball 2.
Yeah.
That
But
game is really
yeah.
fun.
But a lot of the sports games is like if you don't play them like a lot, you kind of tend to forget how to
Yeah,
control it and get decent at it.
yeah. Oh, I get it. But yeah, like Super Mega, it's arcadey,
Yeah.
but there are some great. There's a great pitching mechanic. There's a great hitting mechanic, and the fielding is pretty dead on. Sliding, jumping. You
Mm.
can you can rob home runs if you're good enough.
Right.
Um, throw into the cutoff man. That kind of thing. I mean, there's a lot that you can do. That's as good as any other baseball game. It's just it's arcadey. It's a little more. I can play an entire game in an hour.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
yeah, it's fun. So, but
But yeah, MLB, that looks so good. I
oh,
think
I
I got
know.
version 18 or 2018, whatever it is. So now this one is a rust
Yeah.
update with a horrible cover.
You're still bitter
But
about that,
but
aren't
but
you?
but
Well,
but
but
but,
hold on though.
but look
So
what's happening.
right. So the
We no
Nationals,
longer have Harper, and we don't have Worth, and look at that.
you are. What, is that game tonight? By the way.
I have no idea. That's how much of a fan I am. I don't know. I love when they win. I silently cheer them on, but I don't know when the games are.
They are. They are. I believe a game away from going to the World Series.
No, I think isn't it already a wrap up?
I thought that's why I was asking is if they were.
Yeah, it's done.
Huh. So there you go.
Sweep.
I didn't know that. I shows you how much I've been watching.
Yeah.
So, but
that's super cool. All right, now we're having a party.
Hey, rabble.
Rabble.
So I do like this ultra low latency of the stream now that I can pick so that the chat is almost there. So, but we do have some things to go over tonight, and some things to show. I have my phone with me. I have my controller.
Oh,
somebody got into xCloud finally. You got the new dashboard. I got into xCloud.
Yeah. Well, it's because they don't believe in apples for the students. So.
Oh, no, it's true.
Yeah.
That is weird. I wonder if it's.
I think it's faster to deploy. Getting a lot of different builds out and stuff on the.
Yeah, but
on the Android platform. Although now they have the flight track, whatever the thing is called, fast track flight.
Yeah, I know. It's the funny thing is that in retrospect, if you look at Google, Android rather, Google. If you look at the Android OS versus the Apple OS, iOS is boom. This is it, iOS. Whereas Android's every device has its own different OS, and it makes it more difficult to deploy across multiple OSs. So it is surprising that they got Android first in this beta.
Right.
On the other hand, they just released streaming for PS4 Remote Play, which I'll also show you guys tonight on Android. And honestly, it's because of my current Android OS, it's behind the times. So I'll show you the difference between the two. So, but we have that tonight. We've got NPD numbers tonight. We got some software stuff, and then so not a ton of things have been happening this week. I mean, it has been, with the exception of some game releases like Breakpoint and whatnot. It's been kind of a slow. I'm sorry, Project xCloud. Breakpoint's been out a couple weeks. It's been kind of a slow week.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of crazy news until this happened, which on Monday was hilarious. So let me bring it up. There we go. On Monday was the great black hole event of 2019.
Yeah.
Arguably, in my opinion, probably of this generation, one of the best PR stunts I've ever seen. I mean, this was pretty genius. So, for those of you who did not know or lived under a cloud or under a rock, Fortnite's what was it, season 10? What season? Whatever the hell season they were on, was coming to an end, and all of a sudden, stuff started coming from the sky, and a giant meteor came out of nowhere and blew up the entire Fortnite island, and for almost 2 days, so the meteor hit the island, and then everything got sucked in to this black hole. and even people who were sitting at apparently they were even people who were sitting in like queue or at the main menu who were just like looking at their character and their stats and stuff. Everybody got sucked into this thing.
Mm.
And there were like the Fortnite YouTube channel, the Twitch channel, the Twitter feed, the Facebook page, the website, everything just all went to this or shut down. There were messages of thanks for all of your support, thanks for this is the end.
Thanks for your dollars.
Thanks for thanks for your dollars. People who were spending, those people who were spending 60, 70 grand on V-Bucks. It was hilarious. And people were going nuts. Nuts. We saw videos of kids breaking their televisions.
Yeah, some major temper tantrums.
Temper tantrums. Good night, son. Guys breaking up with their girlfriends. It was just horrible. It was hilarious. It made the news. It made like NBC News. It was really fun. And so yesterday. Was it
yesterday or the day before?
Might have been the day before. They then announced Chapter 2. So, Chapter 2, hey, Jeff, yep, it's just the two of us. Chapter 2 is a brand new map, brand new island, brand new, so it's a few things, actually, and I didn't get a chance to grab the trailer, but there let's see, all new map, all new area, all new places within the map, and they were talking about some new gameplay that changed things around a little bit to make it a little more accessible. And what I mean by accessible is they talked about less grind and more gameplay. So, for whatever that's worth. And the battle pass, for the upcoming battle pass. Also, they've added boats. So you can now go in the water. You can see the little boats on the screen there.
Mm-hmm. Fishing.
Yep. Yeah, fishing. You can climb tiers by gathering materials. So now you have that. It's funny that fishing is becoming a thing.
Yeah, a little annoying.
So
it's the same thing in Sea of Thieves. It's like, oh, it's fishing. So at the beginning, it's like everybody, started fishing, and now like nobody fishes anymore.
Right.
Well, you know what? I finally added a banjo.
Did they really?
Yeah.
All right. Huh. Okay. I'll have to try it. So the there's a picture of the map. Let me grab a picture. I'm going to grab a picture of the new map. And yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. I'm not the biggest Fortnite fan, but I thought that the black hole was awesome, and to just sit there for 2 days staring at a black hole, and people were doing it. People were just sitting there staring at it. People had it up like while they were, they have multiple screens, so while they're playing something over here, they got the black hole up over here just in case something happened. And this is what I mean by this is one of the best PR stunts I've seen in a long time. This is something that captured. I mean, just it stunned everyone, even people who weren't into the game were drawn into this. I thought that, and it's genius because here's the new map. because then those people who have never played Fortnite before, maybe maybe they didn't want to want to play chapter 1. They look at that and go, well, now, hey, maybe there's something cool here. So here we go. So I'm on the Fortnite 2 thing. So choose your landing spot, explore an all new island featuring 13 new locations. Fishing, swimming, so you can swim now, motorboats, and more. You can now heal your squad with the bandage bazooka, carry your fallen teammates to safety, and celebrate with new group emotes like high fives. New hide in haystacks and dumpsters to get to drop on your opponent, or go in blazing by blowing up gas tanks and explosive barrels. Let's see. Get back to basics and battle enemies with a streamlined weapon arsenal. Upgrade weapons using resources at the upgrade bench. And everybody's doing the upgrade bench now too.
Hmm.
So this is the one thing that they did stress. To be honest, more fun, less grind. Level through an all new battle pass featuring a brand new XP system and medals you earn in match. So that's one of the big things. Is I do think that is something that people did finally get a little tired of Fortnite with, except for the hardcore streamers, was the grind. And I'm not a grinder either. Like I've just it's hard for me to do that, and so I think this is their way of trying to get people more more into the game, or maybe get them back who've left. So Battle Pass progression has been updated to give you more ways to level up, earn XP and medals from a variety of in-game activities like searching chests, eliminating opponents, completing challenges, and more. So it's like Sea of Thieves, but on land.
Yeah.
All new wraps for your weapons, all new drops, all new dance emotes for your favorite new axes, new backpacks, new loading screens, and then keep progressing beyond level 100 to see how far you can get. So there you have it. And the battle pass is you can pick up the battle pass for 950 V-bucks and earn up to 1,500 V-bucks by playing. That's enough to buy the next season's battle pass plus more from the item shop. So there you go. I don't know how much V-bucks are in real bucks, but there you have it.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
So, but this got me thinking. What were some of the other coolest or weirdest, most bizarre PR stunts that companies have done to try to sell their game or get people interested in their game, or overall? There's a couple of things that come to mind. One of them is there were some things that companies tried to do in the, I guess, with the best intentions, but didn't really come out right. For example, and this was one that I saw these on YouTube. I think it was Resident Evil 6. Might have been one of the recent Resident Evil games. In a city in, I think, the UK. I'm looking it up to make sure I've got that what I read was correct. Give me 1 second. Yes. Okay. So the latest. Okay. So in 2010. So I thought, Which Resident Evil came out in 2010? Where are you, Jeff? I think it was 6. I think it was 6. I'm taking a look. Whichever game was out at that time in Madrid, Capcom put out had this contest where you had to go through. That's why I thought it was 6. You had to go through the city of Madrid and find body parts, like zombie body parts. Yes, it was hilarious. It was a contest. Resident Evil 5. It was Resident Evil 5. All right. So here it is. Resident Evil 5 competition, which challenged zombie-loving Londoners, it was in London, to scour the Trafalgar Square area for fake body parts. But they were realistic looking. So it freaked out like the police. It was really funny. Chicken livers were added for gore. So they had so Capcom even had like warnings. The body parts are very realistic. We don't want people to be alarmed by them. They've all been taken from their original positions, but now we have no idea where they are. If you have them, please either return them or dispose of them in a responsible and careful manner. So it was hilarious. It freaked people out, and it just the eventual winners were apprehended on Westminster Bridge and were moved on by police officers as horrified tourists gasped at the bloody mass of fake meat assembled next to the House of Commons. I mean, it's things like that that I've read about and I've seen that have been really hilarious. Some of the other things that I do remember with EA did this with Dante's Inferno. They had fake protests and fake protesters. Talk about Dante's Inferno, and guys holding up signs. And like one side of things said, "Trade in your PlayStation for a Prey station." Because Dante's Inferno, the whole thing. So they were. So EA had they paid a bunch of people to protest their game for them so they could get PR for it. Stuff like that. Those are the things that that are funny to me. I swore that I thought you knew about this. Let me grab that picture real quick. I think I put that in the Xbox 360 picture. So back when the PS3 launched in Europe, so these guys were always, Microsoft and Sony had always been having fun with each other, right? Yep, that's the one, Jeff. So this is what I was just telling you about. So when the PS3 launched, now I was still, so this was in the midst of Next Level Gaming, so we covered this. I'm going to show you this picture. It's hilarious. I was wondering if I still had this picture. So during the PlayStation 3's launch, and they had launch activities in, they had this big party in France, right? A launch party. Microsoft commissioned this ocean liner, this boat. This is not really it's not an ocean liner. I'm exaggerating a little bit. They hired this boat to cruise along the river next to the party that said, "Hey, Sam and Invader, what's up, boys?" That said, "Xbox 360 loves you." I mean, this is the stuff that I remember. We talk about great PR stunts of all time. Um, that was things like that are what That now, what was really funny about this though, Microsoft sort of they allowed. Um, how do I say this? Memes. Sorry, people were taking memes and they were taking the Xbox 360 and sinking the boat into the water. But obviously the Xbox 360 did extremely well. So, but it was just really funny. Um, these are the things I remember. So, Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Those kind of things are cool. Like PR stuff to me also is like uh, I remember this was before EA got the Burnout license. Acclaim, my buddies at Acclaim had it, and Burnout 2 was coming out. I forgot what year it was, but when Burnout 2 came out, Acclaim I think it was in Europe, Acclaim offered to pay for your speeding ticket if you got so to celebrate the game coming out. It's kind of really funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Things like that are just stuff that I remember. So I don't know if you, I mean, I don't know if you remember any kind of things like that.
Not really. I mean, I might have noticed it, but it didn't leave like a lasting impression.
Anything come to mind though?
No.
Okay. Those are the ones I remember.
It's like, I don't really care too much about that, that stuff. So it's funny when you see it, but it's, what can I say?
Well, and I guess maybe because back then I was, I was covering gaming. So, hey, Jack, I was covering it. So, I was a lot more privy to it.
Right.
There were some other ones that I had to look up, that I didn't remember myself. Stuff to do with like virtual tennis. Copies of Mass Effect 3 were actually launched into space. Hey, Monkey Punch, what's up, brother? Stupid things like that. Pigeons were spray painted with the Virtual Tennis 2 logo. I mean, just what are you gonna do? Your mom hates Dead Space 2. Was a campaign that EA did with Dead Space 2. And then the fake body part thing, which was hilarious. Parents were offered money to call. Oh, that's right. So, Acclaim, who of course also owned Turok at the time, they offered people money when Turok came out. They offered people money to name their children Turok with a $10,000 savings bond. In order to win the money, parents who were expecting a child on or around the 1st of September 2002 had to be willing to legally change their kid's name to Turok for 1 full year. Whichever child was born earliest on the 1st of September would win. Just call your baby Turok for a year and win $10,000. I mean, that's funny. When Mercenaries 2 came out, EA tried to give everybody free gas. But it was one specific gas station. So imagine the lines to that. Uh, when Just Cause 3 came out, let's see. Square Enix ran a competition in the run up to Just Cause 3's release that would give the winning player, an island worth up to $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
90 days after the game's launch, whichever player accumulated the most chaos points would win the top prize. The winner could also choose to take a $50,000 cash prize instead. The only way to get involved with the competition was to buy the day one edition of the game, though. Which, of course, was a pre-order, Sam was, yes, the EA music box for, was that for Wraith? Wraith Unlimited? Was that the game that was for? And then, so, of course, then there's games that launch with no marketing at all. Apex Legends comes to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dante's Inferno was so Dante's Inferno also had the music box. I have to look that one up. But we talked about, Sam, we talked about Dante's Inferno and the fake protesters. We did talk about that. Look up some other good ones. Let's see. Sony brings a dead goat to a God of War press launch. Yeah. So, anyway, those are the ones I remember. And, if you guys have some more in the chat room, go for it. We'll drag this out too much more. Let's go to... This is going to be a quick show tonight. Let's move to NPD. Let's talk about those software numbers for this month.
Yeah, some
interesting stuff.
A couple of interesting things.
Yeah, so I do know, even though I don't care, Siberia said Flute Guy. Oh yeah, Flute Guy from the from the PlayStation E3. Remember Flute Guy?
Yeah.
From was that Ghost of Tsushima? Was that during Ghost of Tsushima, right? I think that was it. A game I'm very much looking forward to, by the way. So the only thing, I don't care, but I did read in the same thing as I was reading here that the Switch is at 15 million units sold. It's pretty damn impressive. So, but as always, we like to look at the software numbers, and just because we like to see the trends, we like to see what's going on, and as always, credit for this goes to VentureBeat. That's where I get these from. Just because they have it nice and neat, and I can cut and paste them. So thank you, VentureBeat. So number one game is NBA 2K20, and now NBA 2K20 is now the best-selling game of 2019.
Oh wow!
Yep. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
That is
over top of Call of Duty.
Wow.
And it just came out in September. It is the number one game of the year. Mortal Kombat, by the way, is the number 2 game of the year. Followed by number 3, which is at number 2 here, Borderlands 3. So Call of Duty. Now, it could be that the run-up has the run-up to the new Modern Warfare maybe has everybody kind of in a holding pattern until the end of the month. Because that comes out, when does that come out? In a week? Is it the 25th?
I think so. And then the end of the month?
I thought so.
Yeah.
So maybe people are holding off. So, and Sam says that doesn't include PC sales. Yeah, the 25th. And yeah, the boycott sure affected Borderlands. I don't even. That's how funny these boycotts are. I don't even remember what the boycott was. That's how ridiculous those things are. So don't even remember
Yeah,
them.
everybody says boycott, boycott, and then everybody like either chickens out in the actual boycott, and
Exactly.
it's just it's all the more talk than the walk, you know.
I totally agree. And nobody ever listens to that crap. So the so Borderlands 3 is number 2 this month, but it's the number 3 game overall this year. Number 4 best selling game, by the way, is Madden 20. Interestingly enough,
Hmm.
so and that released in August. Top 5 best selling game of 2019 is Kingdom Hearts 3. So
Yeah, I'm
um,
waiting for a sale on that one,
yeah, and I
like
think
Friday
that it
sale.
is. I think it's time that Square Enix. Um, I think it's time they do the right thing and they bring the original to Xbox so that Xbox gamers can see the same.
See, I'm
Um,
afraid that as soon as I buy it on PlayStation, it will come to Xbox
right, and Game Pass on top of
and
that.
Game Pass. And I'm like,
So
there it is.
right. So back to the September games. Number
Mm-hmm.
3 is FIFA 20. Number 4 is Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. No surprise there. I'm actually surprised it's as low as it is, but once again, is a
Yeah.
Nintendo game in the top 10
Mm-hmm.
in a top 20, kind of not so much littered with them this month, but still kicking there. And there's Madden NFL 20 at number 5.
Yeah.
Uh, and there it is, number 6, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Yeah. The interesting
It's
thing is it only tracked for 2 days.
That is impressive,
So that's
especially since
especially since reviews were kind of like meh.
they were meh, and
I mean,
and what
it's they don't
and
listen to me. I say yeah, not meh, but
well, Wildlands though also didn't exactly light the world on fire. So it did.
uh,
I'm not sure it ever charted. It might. I
did
can't
any of the
remember.
Ghost Recons ever lit the world on fire? I think it's still
The first Advanced Warfighter did.
okay.
The second one was okay, but the first one, because it was such a revolutionary change from the Ghost Recon series. So
True.
it was just such a fundamental change, but it still kept the core beauty
Mm-hmm.
of what Recon is, and not just in that day and age when Call of Duty was still your World War II running guns and stuff like that. Um,
Right.
so Sam's saying Wildlands was the 7th best selling game of 2017. So it must have slow burned.
Yeah, I think so.
So, but seeing Breakpoint after 2 days being on here, that's good.
Yeah.
And then at number 7, Gears 5. So, consider that um, you have a big month of other games. Borderlands 3. You've got Madden and NBA and you've got a big game on the Switch. And that doesn't include, obviously this doesn't include Game Pass numbers, right? So,
No, exactly.
you know,
It's like everybody said, like dollar game, but here it
ah,
is, number
yep.
7.
And remember, guys, this is not units sold. Keep that in
No,
mind. This is revenue made. So, people, I've learned to stay away from Twitter. I'm posting, pictures of my kids now on Twitter because, I saw the inevitable. It's a flop. It's blah blah blah. Yeah, I hate to tell you, but the only other exclusive game in that top 10 are Nintendo games.
yeah,
You know, so between between Game Pass and the amount of people playing it there, and showing up number 7 here in revenue, I think Microsoft is quite happy.
Mm-hmm.
Quite happy. I don't think they're. I think they're going all right. And for those of you who got into the Project X Cloud beta, it's just another way to play it. So yeah, I'm thinking that Microsoft is perfectly happy, and Sam's saying it too. Coalition and Xbox are happy. There are still some bugs to work out, from what I understand, because I don't play as much of the multiplayer. Although I did enjoy that Horde we played last week.
Yeah. Well, and they also, forgot to include some features like optional crossplay for arcade mode.
Yes, optional crossplay.
Yeah.
So,
my options.
Yeah, but I mean, on the whole, a good, and the campaign I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah. And going back to, Sam saying Gears 5 was also the first mega hit for Game Pass. Yeah, they are. I'm seeing that's the biggest Game Pass launch ever. I mean, that's impressive. Forza Horizon 4, Sea of Thieves, those had pretty big first numbers on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now it's one of the best. It's their best launch title. Their biggest Game Pass launch ever. So, congrats to them. And this is a good thing. This is still, Gears is still relevant.
Yes.
So, number 8 is Code Vein. I played the demo of that, or the open beta. It wasn't what I thought it was, so not my cup of tea. So there's that. NHL 20 comes in at number 9. So lots of sports games. And of course, top 10 rounds out with Mario Kart 8, which has got to be doing good numbers for attach rate for Switch launch. So
yeah.
Number 11 is Minecraft. So Minecraft is making its way back into hearts and minds.
Mm-hmm.
So are you getting Minecraft Dungeons?
Yes. That looks like fun.
It does.
It's like Minecraft with a purpose. So
it's Minecraft meets Diablo is what it looks like to me.
Yeah. So that will be fun. We'll be playing that.
Something
checking it out.
Yeah, something to play with my kid. And that'll be nice. Something to play with my son.
Yeah.
So, number 12, our favorite game that I don't think either of us owns.
I think the money they make on that game, they put back in and buy some more. It's like they keep buying their own games.
Right.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
I don't get it. Grand Theft Auto 5 is the 12th best game of the month. I mean, I don't get it. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is 13. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Very nice. That's in 14. Red Dead Redemption 2 still sticking around at number 15. Rainbow Six Siege is 16. That game's never going away. Never going away.
Apparently.
So, good job on Ubisoft on that game. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. I have got to get on that. I have EA access, 10 hours free to start. I'm a big Plants vs. Zombies guy, and I got caught up in The Last of Us, but I need to get to that and check it out. Garden Warfare was so fun. Garden Warfare 2 I spent a lot of time on, and Battle for Neighborville looks fun. It looks like this. It looks like that much more fun. So, are you? Have you? Did you play Garden Warfare?
Um, I played it some. It's I don't know. I was kind of bored with it, but
Yeah. I guess you have to have a good. You have to have some good because it was multi. It's really a multiplayer game. There's no campaign to it or anything like that.
maybe that's why. I don't know. Like me and my daughter played it, and it's like, oh, what are we doing here? Kind of thing.
Well, I don't know. I maybe do you have EA access still?
I do.
Maybe we ought to check it out soon.
Maybe we should. Maybe
10 hours
then it
free.
will make sense. And
I can help you make sense of Plants vs Zombies. It's really fun. I mean, I've had such fun with it. So I just haven't, like I said, I've been mired in Last of Us. So once I get started in those single player games, I don't stop till I'm done.
right.
I just don't. So speaking of which, number 18, Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
still hanging around.
Yeah,
Good game, very good
it
game.
is. Still kind of amazing that it's still hanging on there.
I know. It bodes well for a sequel, of course. So,
Yeah.
Catherine, 19. I don't remember when did that launch? I'm looking that up now.
I thought it was like an older game, but
It is. It launched. Huh. It launched February 17th, 2011. It launched then on Windows in January of this year as Catherine Classic. Did we miss something? Was there a sale?
I have no idea.
So, well, it could be this one. Actually, it could be Catherine Full Body because that just came out.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's
There
what
you
it
go.
is.
See, Jeff, I got it, Jeff. I'm starting to learn from you, buddy. Starting to learn to keep a little Bing search on the side here. So, yep, but Jeff's right. It's the full body release. So, that's pretty impressive for a game that old that came back to hit number 19.
Yeah.
And of course, for those who bought Link's Awakening and they wanted to get the first experience, Breath of the Wild, number 20.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. There's the NPD for this month. So, anything stick out at you?
No, but I said I'm glad that Breakpoint is on. Made the top 10 as well as Gears 5 because just based on reviews and just the chatter on the Twitterverse.
Yes. He said you're learning from me. Damn right I am. You are still our encyclopedia though, Jeff. All right. So best way to do this. So the last thing, I mean, again, this was a really kind of short week. Not a ton going on, except there are. Let's talk about some streaming. Talk about some game streaming, because this is going to be a hot button topic for the next few months, especially as Project xCloud begins to make its way through its beta, and for those who are on iPhone, yes, you do have to wait. I don't know how long, but Android users
too long.
Android users are in the they had their shot at it, and I got picked today, so I started messing with it, and I got as far as tried to play a little Sea of Thieves, and I tried to. And I played some Killer Instinct. So, if you have the clip thing, which I don't, it's cool. But I've got a pop socket. And by the way, I have to give a shout out. So, Brandon Murphy, who used to work for PlayStation, sent me a really cool swag kit of stuff. and part of that was I was never into pop sockets. Like I always thought that was a kiddie thing. Like what do I need a pop socket for? Until I actually put it on my phone, and I realized, oh my gosh, this is awesome, and especially it works great taking pictures. And since this case doesn't have a stand, it makes a great side stand. If you can see, I mean, it just makes a great little side stand. So for me, being able to use this, like if I'm sitting on at my kitchen table or sitting upstairs watching TV and I want to run a little something something. So on here on my Android, I have both the xCloud streaming and with the PlayStation 7.0 firmware, I also have the remote play for PlayStation that just came out for Android. You guys on Apple have had it for some time.
Right.
So there's a couple of... So I'll show them to you. Maybe what I'll do is... let's see, I'm going to drag myself up here. Hello down there. Alright, so you guys can see this is the PS4 remote play.
Alright.
And I'm going to hit start. It actually will turn on the PS4. It's hard to see, but it does say turning on the PS4. There it goes. Alright, checking the environment. And there I am. I am playing The Last of Us Remastered.
There you go.
Now here's the thing. And this is... It's hard to see because of the glare from the screen. Let me turn it up. And there are my buttons. If I hit the PlayStation, there's the... Alright, and you can go back into the game. If I press on the pad, it does have the right and the left. Let me turn up the brightness a bit here. As well, I'm also going to... There we go. Now, I don't know how much better you can see it. And if I pull down here, it even has the touchpad.
Oh, neat.
So I can hit the touchpad. So here's the only issue that I have with this. I'm trying to get it to where I can do it without any glare. The only issue I have with this is that my version of the Android operating system does not support the DualShock. So I'm forced to use the on-screen buttons. The problem with that is I can't do things like it's asking me to shake the controller because my flashlight is flashing out on me. So I can't really do that. It won't let me do that. So I'm kind of stuck with that. The other thing is because of the version that I have here, and I wish you could see it without the glare because it's in 720 and it does run 60 frames per second, so it is pretty smooth. But the I have to wait until Android 10 in order to use my DualShock. So I can't use my controller on it at all. Now, contrast that with, however, when I'm able to use the DualShock, that's going to make the remote play awesome. So right now, the remote play isn't as good as you guys have it on the Apple, and people who have like the S10, the Galaxy S10, and some of the newer Android phones already have the Android 10 OS. So I just have to wait it out. But as soon as I get it, it'll be great. So from there, I'll load up the xCloud streaming. So right now there's a couple of games that are available. There's, let's see if I can, I don't know if it'll go sideways. Yeah, it will. Sea of Thieves, Killer Instinct, Halo 5, Gears 5. Right now are the 4 games that are available for the beta. So,
Okay.
I light up my controller. It's connected to, and I can use the controller to move back and forth. And I tried this earlier. We'll try some Sea of Thieves here. Oops, I'll go up to play. And I'll tell you, the graphics quality is really impressive. So it's setting up my stream. It does take a minute to do that, and I haven't tried this. Don't forget to clip your controller. I have not yet tried this without or like on the internet. Why don't I do this? Let me turn off. Yeah, let me do that. Let me move this. Let me move my screen over. Hang on. And turn off this monitor. Let me see if that helps. And there's Sea of Thieves. So again, earlier I couldn't start a. It wouldn't start a session. I don't know if that's just because of the test, but we'll try it again. And again, I'm just using my controller. Oh snap! It might work. Uh oh!
Oh, you're
Oh snap!
sailing.
Let me while I'm doing that, and you can hear it. I mean the music.
Yeah.
There is a Windows button, so if you hit the Windows button, you will get a little mini menu. Sorry, it's hard. Let me see if I can. And there we are.
Nice.
A little flaky tonight. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I'm currently on my 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Hold on, let me switch to my 5. Oh, that's why. Because earlier, I promise you, it was slick. So hold on, I'm connecting to my 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Hold, please. That's why my PS4 remote play was also.
Ah,
There we go. It's hard for me to play it with the. I'm playing one-handed and trying to show you this. But let's go outside. Let's see if I can make it outside here. Boy, mouse and keyboard would be great right now.
hmm.
Where the hell's the door? Let me find the door. There it is. And you can't really tell from this, but I mean, look how. I mean, look how. I mean, this is pretty. It's pretty detailed. It looks like Sea of Thieves to me.
Sure does.
Oh, trying to reconnect. A little bit of latency. Let's go to. So let me go to. Because Sea of Thieves didn't even work earlier, so the fact that it's working now is pretty good. Let's go to Killer Instinct. Not everybody else was showing streaming Halo and Gears. Everybody else has done that. Hey, Dinero. So let's show a little Killer Instinct. Let me do this. Can I? If I do that, and I take this. Hold on, guys. Don't get seasick. Here we go. Can you guys see okay?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right, so once again, controller. Let's see if I can put this up a little bit. Tweet this out, gentlemen. We are doing a live demo of Project xCloud right here on the NLG show. No! Oh, come on. So, notwithstanding the little choppiness, but I do want to show you how good the latency is. So again, controller, fully using the controller. Oops. Ouch. Doe! Ah! Hold on. What the hell? We're having... I guess a bunch of other people were playing today. Hold on, let's try it again. Oh good, we can resume. Ah. Oops. Microsoft did not pay me enough, apparently. Alright, well. Oh, wow. Can I actually take my controller and move around my... I can! Check that shit out! I can take my controller and move around my phone. How funny is that? How do I get to, Oh. Alright. Alright, well, I thought this would go better than it did. Earlier, I had no trouble whatsoever, so I don't know if maybe... I mean, I've got full signal. I don't know if maybe they're just loaded up with people today. I don't know if... you know what? While we're talking, I'll try to... I'll restart my phone in case that's it. So I'll point up here. So... Could be my Wi-Fi. It could be. So in the meantime, I'll wait, reboot my phone. We'll try it again one more time and see if it works. But when I tried it earlier, Sea of Thieves wouldn't launch a multiplayer session at all. So it wouldn't launch the chat session. But the well, I played Killer Instinct and I played 4 or 5 rounds and it was perfect. So if it's not my Wi-Fi, it could very well be, like I said, they're loading up with people. So what they're looking for is that kind of traffic, that kind of feedback. But the PS4 remote play was also choppy too. So it might be either be my Wi-Fi that I because we're doing the stream and I got Skype, I got the podcast going. I'm sure my wife is upstairs on her machine, on her computer, and I've got this going. So it could be that. Although this PC is this PC is connected locally, so everybody thinks you're frozen.
Yeah.
You are intently watching.
I am.
All right, we're gonna try this again. Make sure I'm on the 5K or 5 gig. All right, nothing else is open. Let's go back to. Now, what isn't open yet is the direct console streaming. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go back to Sea of Thieves. Don't forget to clip your controller, by the way. It's a public service announcement from... Enjoy, and please share your feedback. Let me turn off this light, too. Okay, let's see if this does any better. What's up, Native? we're over here either making Microsoft look really, really good or really, really bad right now. There's no middle ground.
There never is. So
it's either my Wi-Fi or it's my phone, though, because like I said, we did the PS4 remote play earlier, and it seemed to be it seemed to do the same thing. All right, this already looks better. I also don't have 700 apps running. Yeah, that's already running better. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna be in good shape here for this now. So, give me a sec. Let me see if I can also stop the damn camera from auto auto-focusing. Let me just focus it in. Alright, I think that's the best I'm going to get. Oops. Behold the fort of the damned. Well, my network may be experiencing some problems. So it could be, I mean, I'm in the same room as my Wi-Fi, so I don't know. It very well could be, too, that I'm, like I said, we're doing a Skype, we're doing the show, I'm trying to stream this at the same time. And I'm not sure if there's a quality filter, but,
All Wi-Fi?
yeah. Or I don't know if there's like a quality filter for this. So. Oh, it's nighttime. Yeah, it said you had to be at 5 gigahertz. But, I mean, as you can see, well, you can't really see because it's dark. Let me see if I can pull the brightness up here. Brightness. And try to zoom back, try to focus back in here. So, Sea of Thieves. I'm sorry about the focus. It's just that's what the camera's doing.
You can pull out your ukulele.
Oh yeah.
At 10 o'clock?
Oh, hold on.
Go fishing.
10 o'clock. Oh yeah, the ukulele. Sail length and get the hell out of here. So, again, it seems to be pretty responsive. I'm not really going anywhere special, but I mean, graphically, it's hard to tell because of the webcam, but it's really nice. Let me see if I can see how this might look. There we go. So, I mean, it's pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
So you say if you hit the button, you'll get a little side menu where you can actually party up in this. Get full use of your buttons here. And then when I'm ready to move on, go to something else. I can give feedback or just quit the game. Yes, and I can move on to the next game. So, I'll skip this for now. So, everybody wants to see, see gears. So let's show some gears. I'm going to try one more time to... see if I could just keep the zoom from, or the focus from kicking in and out like that. Now I wonder too, the phone has Dolby Atmos sound in it. If you use the right headphones, if you use headphones, I wonder if Dolby Atmos will come through xCloud.
It would be interesting.
Yeah. So, again, sorry about the brightness. That's the one. Let me see if it's something I can adjust in the webcam. Oh, I got some stuff. I got some stuff, Peter.
All right, look at that. It's like get rich quick.
Yeah, it's my thanks for playing. Again, simply using the controller. Let's do a quick play. A little arcade quick play. Yeah, Sea of Thieves looks great. And Killer Instinct, I mean, it looks really, really good. Once again, let me see if I can turn down the... try to get a good balance here. So that you guys can see. You know what? Turn off the lights. Alright, here we go. Bunker. See how much I end up sucking. Of course I'll take the Terminator.
For each feat, your arsenal will grow. Crush them.
So I will tell you that controls are tight. And I'm sure there's some lag that I'm... there's probably a little bit of latency that... there's no latency on the screen itself. So there's a little bit of latency between the webcam projecting it on the screen. But I'm looking at my phone, over top of my phone, and there's no latency at all. So congratulations. This is streaming. This is not downloaded. This is Project xCloud. So color me impressed, gentlemen. Except it is hard to play with this little bit of. I'm gonna do this. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the. All right, hang on. See if I can reach this thing over. That way I can see the.
See the screen while you play.
Yes. Let me just get it just enough. There we go. All right. Reloads. So your reloads are good. Dead on. Dead on active reload.
Curious how it will stream from, just from your console.
That's going to be the next thing, and that's not open yet.
You're out of your league, mate.
Ah. So, let me go back to Killer. You know what? Let me go back to Killer Instinct. And then we'll finish it up. But this is put a little bit of light back in here. I mean, from playing the, from putting it on the, from what I'm doing here, as far as the there's just no latency from my controller to the game. I mean, that's really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can get a good match in here. And the sound is fantastic. I can't imagine what it's going to sound like when I plug in headphones. Oh, here we go. This should be good. But you guys are seeing. I mean, this. So what you're not seeing is that we run this podcast in 30 frames per second, and you're not seeing that the the frame rate on the phone is 60. It is solid. Oh, it's been a while since I've played this. But I'm not having a single problem. There you go. See, I can get an extreme combo on. Oh, hold on. I forgot what everything is. Ouch. Sad. Unfortunately, I don't know how to play the game. All right, I think we're. All right, well,
There we have it.
there we have it. All right. Unfortunately, I think this is the best I'm going to get under the circumstances. So, all right. But hopefully that gives you guys some sort of decent look at what xCloud is looking like, what it could be. Um, I'll do some more testing to see if maybe, again, if this is an issue with the fact that I'm doing, two streams. I'm doing a stream and a Skype and a hidey ho and all that stuff, and still trying to do this at the same time. So, but I can't stress enough that what I'm looking at exceeds what I thought I would see, as far as like a quality of what's on the phone, what's there. Did I do the wrong? I did. Damn it. So I hope that you were able to take something out of that. There we go. So, but that's Project xCloud, and that is PS4 Remote Play. Hopefully, very soon I'll be able to use my DualShock. Once I can use my DualShock on Remote Play, that'll be a game changer for that. Because that's, I could imagine being upstairs doing some just some Spider-Man side missions or something.
Yeah. Some Sea of Thieves just sailing.
Some Sea of Thieves, some sailing, catching up with maybe getting through a little bit more of the Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
So, one thing that what I did want to there was something else too that was going on in all of this. Google, not to be left out of the news, but not in the best way. So there was a Reddit post from Stadia's community manager that says the Google Stadia controller basically at launch won't support wireless connection to mobile and PC. You will have to use so only through Chromecast Ultra.
Huh.
So for wireless game, all right. So here's basically it. At launch, there we go. Let's see. There's a Stadia controller wireless will not work wirelessly with Pixels and desktops at launch. So at launch, wireless play with the Stadia controller. Now this is from Google. Wireless play with the Stadia controller is only available on a TV using a Chromecast Ultra. When plugged in via USB cable, the Stadia controller acts as a standard USB HID controller and may work with other platforms depending on the game and setup. What? So, yeah. So no wireless Stadia controller at launch. Kind of. I mean, are people? Maybe I'm wrong. Are people Are people okay with that?
I don't know.
I don't
wouldn't be
either.
okay with it.
I don't either. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Also, to play on a phone, you need reliable internet connection. Um, let's see. There's some, I was picking something up on The Verge here. Yeah, so on Pixel phones, it's only going to be Wi-Fi. So if you have a Google Pixel phone, you can't play this. You can't use Stadia on anything but Wi-Fi. So to play on a phone, you need a Google account, Stadia Founders Edition, Premier Edition, or Stadia Buddy Pass. The Stadia app. The Android version requires a mobile device running Android 6 or greater. A reliable internet connection, 10 megabits or greater, is recommended. Stadia controller, PlayStation DualShock 4 controller, and Xbox One controller, or other supported controller. So it's weird.
Yeah.
So
It's a little odd.
yeah. I don't know, man. Stadia is not coming out strong, it appears. So, oh well. I wonder how this stuff's gonna. I wonder if Stadia is gonna be like Nest compatible, like Google Assistant compatible. Would kind of be neat.
So you're playing a game and then all of a sudden all your Nest smoke detectors will go off or start blinking.
Right.
They'll freak
Right.
out.
If you're playing a game that you walk into a room where there's a fire, it'll turn up your Nest thermostat. So, all right. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep this kind of running to see if it gets any better after the show's over. But it does. I mean, as far as how it looks, I gotta say, I'm impressed. I really am.
Yeah.
This really looks good. It looks better than the wire than my camera here gave it credit for. Just I can tell you that right now. And if you have an opportunity to, if you get into the beta, I strongly suggest you try it because I think you will find that it is more impressive than even you thought. I mean, I'm just looking at, again, sitting here just looking at Killer Instinct. It looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You honestly, I don't know how to say it other than you can't tell this is a stream. You would think that this was installed on your phone. That's just the way it is. You would think it's installed on your phone. And the same thing with PS4 Remote Play. I want to make sure everybody's clear with that. That works well too, and even in 720 on my screen here, even though I couldn't really control it because of the on-screen controls, The Last of Us 2 looked gorgeous too, and I can't wait to see some of the other games on there. So I'm happy to finally have caught up to the rest of you with PS4 Remote Play, and hopefully you guys will be able to catch up to Android gamers on xCloud very, very soon. So, that's all I had. That was like I said, trying to make a lot out of. I'm glad that we were able to do this because they're just again, other than the Fortnite thing, how much really was there out there, you know. So, how about you? What did you? Do you have anything?
No, not really.
Yeah, I think we've maxed us out. So,
I think so.
so I'm going to then. We'll get ready for us to call it a night here, and then I'm gonna give this a little more playtime. And see, I can already tell you the some of the some of that dropout stopped happening. So I don't know if maybe I don't know. I don't know why, but um, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna get a little more time in. So all right, so that's gonna do it for us then. Hopefully, when we come back next week, we'll have a full crew. Um, hopefully, there'll be some more good stuff to talk about, and we
Yeah.
are working on. I've got a few guests I'm working on. I'm trying to pick up. I'd like to get in the guys who are making that retro wrestling game.
Oh yeah.
That looks so good. I got a chance to look at it at Too Many Games at the Too Many Games conference or the show rather, and the game is. They just announced actually that the game is now also coming out on PS4. So for those of you who want to get your retro wrestling fix in, it's called Retromania Wrestling, and it is by well, I've got the poster back here. It's called Retromania Wrestling. It's going to have a whole bunch of you know retro wrestlers in it. Tommy Dreamer, who he's not really retro, he's still wrestling, but Road Warriors and Blue Meanie and um, they keep they keep bringing folks Johnny Retro, Colt Cabana, Austin Idol, the BWO, and they've got some more announcements that are coming up. So they gave me an email address to contact them in. Said they wanted to come and talk to us, and I'm going to try to get him on. I'm also going to try to get our new friend Ed on, who started following you,
Yes.
who was the creator of Echo the Dolphin and Mr. Bones. I'm working on him, and somehow I am going to work my butt off to try to get Tommy Tallarico on because
Mm-hmm.
I have moved from being interested in the Poly Mega rather. As much as I like that idea, I'm starting to really shift to the Intellivision Amico.
That looks pretty cool.
It does, and the fact that there might be a new Earthworm Jim for it.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Because all games on the Amico, I mean, they have announced all games that are on the Intellivision Amico are exclusive to that system. And
Yeah.
if you saw
And less than $10 a piece.
yes, and if you saw the video, the latest trailer when they re-released their website, they were showing games like updated versions of Astro Smash and Snafu, and some of the games that they promised they were going to bring back some of the original Intellivision games, kind of up to date. And if they can somehow, Tommy, if you're watching, if somehow you could remake Tron Deadly Discs, I would, to the end of time, I will play that because that was far and away, one of the best Intellivision games that was out there. So I think everybody went to sleep.
Probably.
So, anyway, so that yeah, we'll I'm working on it. We'll see. So, but hopefully we'll have Chris back next week with stories about his new puppy, and we'll have the actual official first first sighting of the PlayStation Bra as part of NLG. So
Yeah.
all right, well, then let's get on out of here. So
All right.
we'll see everybody later. Everybody have a great weekend, and Peter, I'll see you online, of course.
Sounds good.
And yeah, let's rock and roll. Play on, gamers. Good night, everyone.
Come on, guys.